conditions, and that started with Tao healing. So since he's on limited time scale today, about 40 or so minutes, we're going to invite him in and share whatever his heart wishes. So welcome, David Lesh.
Hello, everyone. So happy to be here with all of you. Thank you, Paul, for having me. Thank you, Rulin. Thank you, everyone. And I see some familiar faces. I also, maybe some new ones, at least for me. And I'm so grateful. I'm so happy to be here with each and every one of you. And it's a very special time. It's a very special place. We are together on Mother Earth. And so if you can turn your video on, we would appreciate it, because videos make it so much more a better way to connect, to feel, to interact, and much, much more. So I'd like to ask if there are any people on the line that you have not received Tao Hands or become a Tao Hands practitioner. Please either wave your hand or type in the chat if you haven't become a practitioner yet. I would love to know if there's anyone. And if you are a Tao Hands practitioner, I'm very grateful you're here, as we have an exciting time in front of our eyes. April 23rd to 25th, Master Sha will be leading a global Tao Hands event. And it's going to be a very special event that we are going to partake in for everyone that will be there. So, Paul, is there anyone that you recognize that doesn't have Tao Hands, or are these all current practitioners?
Let me take a look. Everybody here is, as far as I can tell, is a Tao Hands practitioner. There are some that are very new, but everybody is a Tao Hands practitioner or other.
Great. So what are Tao Hands? You all know this. Tao Hands are the Tao source light hands that empower you to offer very high level Tao healing, blessings for people's health, relationships, finances, business, intelligence, their spiritual journey, and more. And Tao hands are a Tao field. So this Tao field contains Tao information, Tao energy, and Tao matter, Tao frequency and vibration, the Tao love, forgiveness, compassion, and light. And so people can have blockages on different levels of their spiritual, mental, emotional, physical bodies. We also say the soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter levels. And these negative information blockages, these negative messages, can cause sickness, illness, disease, disorder, disharmony, challenges, and much, much, much more in life. And these blockages prevent us from living in alignment, living in health, living in happiness, living in success, living in our highest potential, living in the greatest possible alignment, harmony, order, and connection with the Tao source, with divine, with saints, with Buddhas, with heaven, with the earth, with the entire universe. And if you look at your life when you're suffering, do you not feel out of alignment? Raise your hand if you feel out of alignment when you're suffering. So I'm going to ask you a question right now. Where right now in your life are you suffering in your health? Where you have blockages or challenges in your health? And I want you to type in the chat. Some of you will resist me asking you this question. You'll say, oh, I think I'm okay. I want you to be crystal clear. I want you to be honest. I want you to be truthful, because only when you acknowledge the truth, only when you truly, truly, truly just be honest with yourself, stop hiding, stop covering it up. Only when you own it are you going to be on the pathway to transforming it. I want you to be very honest. Where are you suffering? Where are you unable to enjoy your life? And I want you to acknowledge right now and recognize the frequency you're in. You may be in positive frequency. You may be in negative frequency. But how can you transform something when you don't acknowledge it? Terry, sore lower back. Bettina, with the teeth. Tali, did I say it right? Tali, yes or no? Tali. Resistance to following through. Ronay, forgive me if I say any of your names wrong. Emotional and mental. Scott Hart. Dow Center, Portland, that must be Paul. Discipline to exercise consistently. Tally in my mind. Denise, reproductive organs, digestion, weight management. Jennifer, Kundalini, first soul house, lower dantian, drained. Lori, chronic pain joint. Scott, mind blockages. Ronai, physical fitness. Some of you answer more than one. Noel, spinal cord, neck and low back. Terry, putting the service project out to the world. Sean, opening my heart to connect with others. Loveness, accomplishing my task. Barbara, waking. There's many people on here you didn't answer. Why? What are you afraid of? What is holding you back? Because by putting it out there, you may feel better. Paula, I don't know how to say it, but you can say something to move you there. Right? If I don't know how to get to the airport, I can at least take a step. What frequency are you in? Are you in happiness, joy? Are you in sadness? Are you in fear, worry? Are you in shame or guilt? Self-love? Are you in hope? Are you in peace? Are you in patience? Are you in love, care, compassion? Where are you? I want you to type some of that in there right now. Those that do this practice are going to benefit the most. Invite everyone again, turn your camera on. What do you have to hide? Lori, I'm in busy to do mode vibration. I was in that earlier too. I'm worried because of my finances. Raise your hand if you 100% believe you can heal these issues. Some of you raised, some of you hesitated, some of you are thinking. When you hesitate, you're blocked. If you don't believe, how can you achieve? That's a form of suffering in itself. Raise your hand if you're actively working on healing your issue. So some of you believe, but you're not actively working on it. That's a blockage of energy and matter, right? Energy needs to take action. So the information is gone from your soul to your heart to your mind, and your mind believes you can heal, but the energy hasn't taken action. So we know your blockage is in the action part. Now, some of you don't believe, but you've taken action. So it's managed to flow enough to the energy to take action, but your mind is still not fully in the game. You're kind of on the sidelines. You're tiptoeing in. It's like you're in that relationship and you're, should I stay or should I go now? What's that song? Should I stay or should I go now? If I stay, there will be trouble. If I go, there may be double. I don't know what it was, but you know what? You got a blockage. Here's the thing. If you're not 100% committed, how are you going to do it? If you're not willing to look at it, you're not willing to acknowledge it, recognize it, take action, how are you going to do it? I know what that's like. I was a personal trainer. I used to lift weights, work out, count my calories, eat 5-6 meals a day before I met Master Sha. I could squat 450 pounds. I could do 450 pounds of Romanian deadlifts. I could bench press 375 pounds. In fact, my highest weight was 198 pounds and my body hurt. My ego wanted to hit the 200 no matter what I did. I couldn't get there. When people see my old photos, sometimes they're like, is that your brother? So I gave it up because when I met Master Sha, I just felt so much joy and like finally, like the mind could relax and freedom. But weight training could be that very much. One of the reasons I did weight training because it focused the mind and it got me off the OCD thoughts, the inner prison, the inner hell. Of course, there were some vanity issues as well and self-love issues I discovered a decade or so later. But I gave it up and my body went. When I met Master Sha, I wasn't 198. I was about, I don't know, 180, 185. I didn't want to be that big anymore. Excuse me. But I would say over the years, then the muscle eventually left, the fat came. I might have been about 170. And then I did a fasting and I dropped down, I think to 145. That was very extreme. I went down to like my 15-year-old weight. Then I hovered around here, but and I didn't work out. And then around 2015, when I was living in Berlin, Nadine Stemke, she's another master teacher. She's also a, did other holistic methods before meeting Master Sha. My back slipped. That's what happens when you're out of shape. And I'm also hypermobile. So I'm double jointed, right? Most joints are like this, mine are like this. So I actually need to work out to keep the muscles tight, which then keeps tighter, which then keeps the joints better in place. That comes back to my teenage years from, the doctors. But what happened was I didn't. And Nadine worked on me and she said, you rely too much on Shen, on your soul power. Because quite honestly, your body should just snap like a twig. Ouch, that hurt. A guy that used to lift 475 pounds or 50, whatever it was, 450. You want to know why it hurt? Because I knew she was right. So I started doing 5 Tibetan some yogas. It helped a little, but it didn't do enough. And then what happened was November 2019. I was in Toronto and I moved my shoulder out like this position and it slipped out of my socket. That's what happens with hypermobility. And that ate at me because it shouldn't just slip like that, but that ate at me. And I said, that's it. I think I had 2 days at the retreats. I just couldn't stop thinking about this. I said, that's it. I'm going to go home at Christmas. I'm going to find a natural body weight app and I'm going to start. I found it. It was only like $5. It's really good. And I went to the basic program and I was humbled. I was humbled deeply because the mind still remembers 450 pounds. Not I can only do 3 or 5 push-ups or whatever it was. And I was humbled, very humbled. And then guess what? I slipped my back like the next day. Oh, I couldn't work out for 4 or 5 days. This karma hit me. I said, that's it. I'm going to go through it. And so then I started, and I knew those first 3 weeks were going to be miserably fun. I think after day 7, every step I took hurt. Every movement hurt. However, within 4 weeks, my body dramatically changed. And it changed because when you don't got much left, it's going to grow. But I also have muscle memory. And not that I got big or anything, but what happened was within 6 weeks, I became very comfortable, more balanced. My body felt better. The computer chest thing, you get too tight here. I've had that for years. It stretched out, started to move. And I started to gain confidence and clarity and feel better because I was processing the negative information through my Qi and Jing now. And it was easier to go through the purification on the Qi and Jing level. Fast forward to now, I would say my body fat is around 11, 12, 13%. I've gained muscles, strength, balance. About 95% of this too tight chest is gone. I work out anywhere 3 to 6, 7 days a week. Easily run 1.5 miles. I could probably run 2 or 3 miles. Even on the mornings when I wake up and I feel tired, drained, and I don't feel like working out, like this morning, I did a 20-minute workout in my flat for the legs, which are the hardest. And I've transformed something that I knew for 17, 16, 14 years, whatever it was, I needed to do. I was stuck. I knew I needed to do it. I believed I needed to do it. My blood tests in Germany were showing me higher cholesterol, borderline, this and that. Doctor told me I need to work out. Physical therapist, I went because I had pain in my knee, just said, it's your hypermobility. You need to work out. And I was traveling. I had mind blockages. How am I ever going to do it? Well, I did it and I changed. And I can tell you I'm much better for it. Didn't pay attention. I hurt my wrist doing some movements in December. It's still not the back fully. 90, 95, I can't do it. But what did I do? I didn't give up. In 7 days, I figured, I can't do push-ups this way. I do them this way. This doesn't hurt. I found a different way. Why do I share this? Because it's healing for me. My blood lab results, the doctor told me in September, you have amazingly low cholesterol. Everything generally looks good. Other than my vitamin D was just a little low, but that happens in northern hemispheres, right? London. If you are not in it and committed, you're not going to do it. You're going to let it linger. You're going to let it eat at you. And you're going to be miserable inside. For me, one aspect was the exercise. Can I bench press 450 pounds? Maybe if it was an emergency situation, I went into some type of superhuman mode. That happens. But everything's different. I'm very comfortable with my physical body, right? The matter has use. It is beautiful and profound, but if you don't use it, it's not so beautiful and profound, is it? If you don't use your effort to heal, who's going to do it for you? If you're not all in, who's going to be all in? If you don't believe, who's going to believe for you? If you're not going to take action, who's going to take action for you? Because at the end of the day, end of the life, you got your record and that's it. I am challenging all of you to go for what you want. I am not challenging you to do anything you don't want to do. Whether it's weight gain, whether you wrote in here, practicing gratitude, frustration with my computer, I'm in denial, low self-esteem, worry, weight gain, accomplishing my task, no matter what you put in here. Do you not want to achieve that? At the end of the day, you get to go to bed with yourself, and in the morning, you get to wake up for yourself. The one person you will be with your whole life is yourself. So Tao hands is an incredible Tao power that helps you achieve your dreams. Because when I work out, I turn my treasures on. I do soul power. I do my practices. I chant. I do forgiveness. Tao hands is the source healing hands that empower you to heal, transform, and create a new life. Turn them on, use them for yourself. And this next weekend, April 23rd to 25th, if you're a new practitioner, join Master Sha. Become a new practitioner. The best is to do it with the founder. There's no master teacher, myself included, that can tell you that they can teach better than Master Sha or anything. No way. We all learn from Master Sha. He hasn't done this event since 2019. Before that, it was 2014 or 15. If you're a repeater, find new people, bring them. Repeat, because everyone receives a special treasure just repeating, a rainbow treasure. This is a calling to you. Paul will give you more information afterwards on how you can join Master Sha. Paul was incredibly uplifted last night with Tao, Tao virtue, Da'ai, greatest love, healing hands. Paul himself knows what it's like to be with Master Sha. Therefore, Paul is going to tell you how to join Master Sha and what we're going to do right now, Paul and me together, because we both have this treasure, is we're going to offer you a Tao, Da'ai, healing hands blessing for one request. But I'm going to challenge you. You only make this request if you're in it to transform it. If you're just going to sit at home and not pour your heart and soul into it, don't make that request. Choose a request you will. Is that fair, everyone? Raise your hand if you think that's a fair request. How many of you are a little challenged by my teaching today? Raise your hand. Not too many? That's good. I can tell Scott, he's in a little bit of a challenge mode. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. If you're getting suffering, you're going to get more suffering. Because here's the thing, the cost of taking action today is less than what it's going to cost you 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road. Think about your issue right now and where you'll be in 3 years if you keep it. Paul says he needs discipline to exercise. Just think about your body and your muscles 3 years from now. Think about picking up your child when she's heavier. Raise your hand if you're enjoying the teaching. Good. Close your eyes. This will be a 7-minute blessing. I will quickly and silently say goodbye, and Paul will continue. I'll only be able to stay this much today, as I actually at 7 o'clock supposed to be teaching 2 different events. I had to make arrangements for that one. Close your eyes, fully relax. You say, "Dear Tao Source, dear Divine, dear Saints, Buddhas, dear the Tao Da, Da'ai healing hands Paul and David have received. I love you, honor, and appreciate you. Please offer me a blessing for this one issue, which I will commit to actively work on transforming." Blessing as appropriate for your one request, only one. Start totally silent. Pay attention to the way you feel. Silently put words to your experience. We close the blessing. Blessing ends. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. How? Open your eyes, move your body around. Type in the chat how you feel. Type in if you're committed to change this issue. From my heart and soul, you all are beautiful beings. Every one of you, we're all one. Yeah, we're responsible for ourselves, and we need to take the positive thoughts, speech, and actions in the right way at the right time in order to be able to create the right transformation we're looking for. And when we do that, we can align on all levels of our soul, heart, mind, and body. And we can move forward in creating and manifesting that truth we're trying to achieve, that we believe, and that we get fully, fully committed and into it. So I thank you all. I love you all. Join Master Sha, this Tao Hands event. Paul will give you more information. I turn it back over to Paul. He'll continue to read some of your comments and take it from here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, David. Thank you so much for your time. I know you have to run. Let's all give David a big hand. Big love, big love, big love. Thank you, David. You changed lives, whether you know it or not. We're so grateful. Thank you. Have a good night. It's evening for David's at. So, Rulin, if you're with us, you're welcome to share anything.
Yeah, I'm so grateful. Master David was with us talking about Tao hands. So we have a very rare opportunity next week to be with Master Sha, have a Tao hands training. And this is, there's only 1 week away. And this is a very special training. Now we know humanity is getting to in such serious situation, there's many some very like very big things are happening around the world. Some of you may know, some you may now know. COVID-19, obviously everybody knows, and but there's some big things, including some conflict between different countries and the wars. Like in China, just read yesterday, there's huge storms, like sandstorms. There's a cover up the whole city. Like in a few minutes, a 7-story building was covered up with sand. It was like, this has never, it's like for many years, it's never have seen something like this. So there are some serious things that's happening on Mother Earth. And we probably can feel it every day. With what is going inside of us, we can feel it. There's some very strong forces happening. And so we need more and more healers on Mother Earth. And that is why Master Sha is coming out to teach this very important course, the Tao, to bring the more Tao hands. I think everybody here is all Tao hands. So in fact, Master Sha yesterday calling all of us to make 50 phone calls to someone to bring more people to Tao hands. So I believe everyone here, you are Tao hands, and you have experienced the amazing healing powers. And we know how Tao hands has transformed our lives, how important to become a Tao hands, and what Tao hands can do for the world and for humanity. So I'm calling you to make phone calls. Can you make 20 phone calls or 50 phone calls? That will be a great student of Master Sha. or make 40, 30, 10, maybe start with 5. Just talk with someone. What is love? Love is to connect with people. If you just want to sit in your home and doing the spiritual practice, you will see you will never have love. Even you are chanting love, love, love. Love is to connect with others. First, deeply connect with ourselves, and then connect with the others. That is an act of love. And share what you have experienced. You don't have to convince, you don't have to say, oh, you have to do this. No, you just share your experience. I know I have really benefited, and also just connect and hear about what they have to say and then share what you have benefits you. And you will see, and then you can really help the Mother Earth and help that person in such a deep way. The other day I was talking to a very famous singer, and she was talking to me, and I did not really trying to even think about, I'm going to convince her to become a Dao Hands, but she was talking to me about, being, talking about spiritual stuff. And I was like, wow. I said, it looks like you're really interested in this spiritual stuff. This is a great opportunity to really learn from, she's talking about the soul, all the interesting phenomena. I said, I just actually occurred to me, I said, you can really benefit to be with Master Sha. And he's the master of, world-renowned master on the soul. You can learn so much and you'll be empowered in such an amazing way. And your sound, your sing, everything's going to be enhanced. And she immediately realized this is important for her and she wants to register. And so all it takes, we just reach out and talk with someone. We don't have to push them, just share. Yeah. And share from our heart, share from our love, really caring about this person. It's not about we're trying to push anyone doing anything. This is not our, this is not what we're doing. We honor what other people are doing, and what we do, we think we want to enhance what they're doing. This person, she has great gift of singing. She has great gift and an interest in the soul, and she has great gift of even healing. And this, Master Sha is what this Dao Hand training can really enhance her. Yeah. So I'm calling all of us, let's go out, really starting to make phone calls and calling people. And if you're really serious about your spiritual journey, if you're really serious, I'm a good student of Master Sha. I really honor, respect Master Sha. And I really appreciate what Master Sha has given me. So make some phone calls every day. Just write down who you can call. If you every day write down 5, 10 names and a call, and then in 5 days, you can get 50 people. So it's not difficult. Or every day do 5, you can get 25. That is also very good. Yeah. So, or doing other, you have emails, share this events on your mailing list. If you have a phone call and then follow with email, that is much more effective. And also another thing with Dao Center, we were thinking also, some of you have great stories. We want to interview you and also share on the Facebook. You can also interview others and share on the Facebook. Or share your stories about your Dao Hands experience on the Facebook, on your Facebook. And then put the link of the Master Sha's events, or Paul is going to give you the more details, or I think the best is to, so we have a Portland Dao Center, we have events, and invite people to that events, or invite people to with us, because they have to get approval. So if they coming to us get approval, and then they can register for it. So maybe Paul, we can give them some more details about that, how to do that. So tonight we have an introduction to Dao Hands. So you can invite people to this event, then they can get approval. So they can get to know more and get to get approval. So if you can, after this, this afternoon, we still have 8 hours from our evening events, 8 hours. You can make 10 phone calls and bring to tonight's events. And in the same events, we're going to further share about why Dao Hands is so life transforming. It's really, really, really can enhance all our lives in such a powerful way. Literally everybody should have Dao Hands. And we're sharing a very scientific, neutral language, so people will feel very empowered, very inspired, and then we can give them approval. So, so if you can make phone calls, and please make phone calls, please do that. Yeah, and I was talking to one of the new Dao Hands person, Patricia, and yeah, she worked on helping women dealing with their traumas and also physical violence, and she's like, wow, everybody should have Dao Hands, and the people in her work, they need Dao Hands. So she's really going to work with them and trying to bring people to become Dao Hands. But all of us, there are some people we can talk to, and this is not just for helping Master Sha. It's actually helping Master Sha is the best way to help ourselves. So that is what I realized. I joined Master Sha not actually for helping myself. At that moment, I did not even realize I need help. But later on, and I joined because I want to help Master Sha. I want to serve. But later on, I realized I need help. And to serve is really actually helping myself to save my life and also uplift my life. And it's both. When I uplift my life, then I can serve others better. So let's make a phone call. This is great for us and will serve that person so, so, so well. And beloved Michaela made phone calls and with people she has met in different occasions, and she bring them. Actually, Patricia is brought by Michaela. Michaela met her a while ago, and then Michaela called her, and then had Patricia joined our Friday evening, and Patricia listened to it. Immediately, she realized this is what she wants in her life. This is the greatest upliftment for her life. And Patricia actually on that night immediately asked for approval and joined the Dao Hands training. So now she's going to help many, many people become Dao Hands. And yes, she has session with me, and we really both of us agree. Now her life is going to a much higher level. Her life is so much uplifted by the Dao Hands training. And that is because of Michaela has made that phone call. If Michaela has not made that phone call, and Patricia would not be able to come to Dao Hands to have this great upliftment and transformation. And then she's going to be in the future serve millions of people in a so much higher level. So Michaela's service to humanity just with that one phone call is so huge. Michaela has joined, had brought several people to the Dao Hands training. Her, her service is so amazing, so huge. And haven't recognized that. So make that one phone call. Really from your heart, care about others. Yeah. And this is for your sake. It's not even for, it's for your own sake, for our own sake. In addition to serve others and also to serve humanity. And this is so urgent for us to do this. So I want to urge you to really do it. We still have 8 hours before this evening's events, in 1 hour, you can make 10 phone calls, why not? Or maybe some phone call maybe take an hour, but it's so much fun, talk with people on the phone and to connect with the person, in love and in great service. That is the joy of life. So let's do it. Yeah, that's all of us do it. And I hope to see you tonight at 7 p.m. And that's brings so many people to become Dao hands, to be with Master Sha. This is the least we can do for ourselves, for our beloved ones, for humanity, for Mother Earth, and for Master Sha. Yeah. So thank you so much. Okay, back to you, Paul.
Dr. Caroline and Paul, I was just asking one of the, she's not a Dower hands, but she's here, if she's ready to be checked for approval. I guess I just typed it here. She doesn't understand what that means. If you can explain what is it that you approve? She's been coming to some classes, but she's not a Dower hands practitioner.
Yeah, so because you first you get to our events, get to hear about what is Dao hands, and then we will see whether you're ready. Because become a Dao hand is it is to be a channel from the divine to offer others. You have this amazing power to connect with the divine power to help others to heal, transform, and uplift their lives. So this is a great blessing, yeah, for us to have this power, but it's also a big responsibility. And so we want to make sure you're ready. And so we'll give you a reading to see, a spiritual reading to see whether you're ready for it. So that is called approval. Yeah. So you have any question? Yeah, please ask now. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Loveness.
Thank you. So as Roland just very heart-touchingly shared, this is not just an average event. This is an event that can change your and other people's lives forever. And if you are new or you know somebody that has that kind of a heart, then make sure you bring them tonight. In the chat, several links have been placed, the first one being tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And so look at your clock wherever you're at in the world. That's 8 hours from now. Okay, just add 8 hours to your clock when you know what time it is. And please bring them. And then sharing about how Dao Hands works, what it is with demonstration. And then for those that are interested, we can check guidance for approval. Once that's done, then those ones who are approved will receive a link. And then just 1 second, please. Loveness. The second thing, for those that are already Dao Hands healers, there's a secondary link just below that one for joining Master Sha 23, 24, 25 as an audit. So you would be auditing, and the enrollment, which is in Canadian, by the way. So if you're in the US or almost any other location, you're probably going to save a little money, but it also includes a Dao De rainbow light bulb for an organ of your choice. So that's priceless. That alone is wealth, way more than the honor fee just to enter this 3 days with Master Sha. So, okay, Loveness, question?
Oh, she's here. Not about you want to talk, because she's an amazing speaker, this lady. She speaks many places around the world, big corporate companies, but I know her blockage is that she still doesn't know to ask for good money for her work. She is very, she says yes. Can you check for her? Notable, you want to say something?
Yes, please say something.
If possible, open your camera.
Yeah, so we can maybe connect with you.
Notable.
Yes.
Okay, can you say something? Okay.
They also asked me to my camera, right?
Yeah, if possible.
Okay, no, that's fine.
And you don't have to if you don't comfortable.
I'm just in my pajamas, but that's okay. That's fine.
Love your picture. That's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you see me now?
Yes,
So
yes.
remembrance. Yeah.
Perfect. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, so delighted to meet you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Loveness, to bring the Taba to us. Yeah, so I will give you a spiritual reading. Yeah. So what do you do, Naptaba? Maybe introduce
So,
yourself to everyone.
right. Hi, everyone. Thank you again, Loveness, for sharing this with me. I'm an international speaker, a coach, and a mentor to young girls and women all over the world. Now, a brief short story about my journey is that my mother passed away when I was 14. This was back home in Zimbabwe. And I made a promise to her to become a medical doctor, and then thereafter we migrated to Canada, where we found ourselves living in community housing, subjected to poverty. But it is through that, out of pain, something beautiful can emerge, because living in that catchment area is what brought me in alignment with so many different opportunities, a full ride scholarship into McMaster University at the time. And then from there, I was able to make it to medical school. But I've also had a lot of divine miracles happening along the way. Like when I was just starting medical school, receiving $10,000 from a stranger because of my lack of money at the time, and then sending my story to Oprah Winfrey. Really in search for money, but ended up being highlighted as one of the phenomenal women who had been able to turn around their struggles into strength. It was for a theme called You Become What You Believe. And I would say that for me, it was the moment that shifted my spirituality, but also my awareness about who I am, what my life's calling is, at such a time. And graduated from medical school, shared my story on the TEDx stage with the intention of giving people hope, inspiring humanity, and raising consciousness for such a time. And I've since been highlighted on a lot of different platforms on global news TV, and I was selected as top 4 immigrant women of inspiration all over Canada. And I'm just unfolding the path, really allowing the divine to use me as a messenger of hope, as a messenger of pure light and consciousness. But as Lavna said, one of the hindering blockages that I've been experiencing is not being able um, to access money. I would say, as I'm unfolding the path, the opportunities do come time and time again, and which is a beautiful thing. But I've just been experiencing blockages when it comes to, getting myself to a point where I'm actually getting paid for my gift, getting paid for my services.
Mhm,
I don't know if it's because for a long time I've been operating under survival mode,
mhm,
considering and factoring in my circumstances growing up.
mhm,
But ultimately, I'm here to use my voice and my story to impact hope, to inspire, to empower, to raise the vibration of the earth.
mhm,
And also, being African, it has always been something that is close and dear to my heart, to help our people, especially in Africa, to awaken to that deeper truth. And yeah, that's a brief summary of who I am.
Oh, wonderful. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing yeah, your journey and your gifts. And it's so inspiring. And we're so yeah, so um feeling so blessed, to have this opportunity to meet you, and yeah, very happy you are applying to become a Dao Hands, because I can see Dao Hands can really empower you to serve humanity and serve the your people you really want to serve, your your country, your people, and also the whole world, Mother Earth, at a much higher level and deeper level, because as a doctor we treat the body, and um, but we know there's something much deeper that determines the body, and that is our soul, that is our spirit, that's our consciousness, and this is what Dao Hands is about. We really, and when you can heal the soul, and right now the humanity, the soul is, is quite, there's many sicknesses there, and it urgently needs healing. And when we can heal that, and the teaching is when actually you experience, then then every aspect of our life starting to transform. And so it's really inspiring to hear about your story, and I can really see this will empower you to heal your life and take your life to a higher level. And at the same time, you can bring that to the world. So I can just see that the divine is so excited for you. But I will do a spiritual reading for you, the divine's message for you, and see what is the message for you. Dearest beloved Nosoba, we are so delighted you are applying to become a Tao Hands. You have been prepared through many lifetimes of struggle and service for this great opportunity to be uplifted and to have greater power, greater wisdom, to serve humanity, to serve the people they are so deeply connected to you. And they are waiting for your service, waiting for your love and light, waiting for your wisdom and your beautiful spirit to awaken them, to heal them, and to empower them to a higher level of existence. Your soul has been waiting for this moment to come back to the divine, to be able to serve with a divine vibration, with divine love, with divine power. Your soul and your lineage, ancestors are so grateful that you are here to apply for this, to become Tao Hands, because they will benefit so much more. With the divine hands, you will bring the divine's light, divine's love, divine's power, not only to yourself, but also to your ancestors and to your lineage. They are so touched and so excited for you. And we are very, very very happy about this moment and what this moment meant for you and for your soul, for your lineage. Definitely you are being approved. This is an exciting time, exciting moment. How, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I can see the, at the beginning, you were bowing down, and the end, the divine, I give you a big hug and you're so just so like melted in the divine, and you're just so happy and so grateful.
Wow.
Mhm. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It was just it's just so I cannot speak because it was like so heart touching, and it's like I don't know what the words to experience to express it. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. I'm so excited. Yeah, it's really just yeah, it's like so much light. There's so like brilliant light come. You hold because you actually divine has prepared you, and you have so much actually waiting for you to do. It's already prepared for you. So this will open your heart and release the blockages so that you can really do those work that's prepared for you.
Wow.
Mhm.
Powerful. Wow.
Yeah. Mhm.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I am so excited for you. I would be, yeah, this is so amazing. Yeah, especially you're a speaker, and we really need more speakers in this, on this. And with speaking, you can, touch many people's heart and also reach out to millions of people. So,
Amen.
yeah, so I can see your career as a speaker is going to really, really take off and flourishing in a huge, huge way. Yeah.
Wow.
So
It's
I'll
so
be happy to help you with that as well, so that you can really step into your potential.
wow.
Yeah, and so that is what is meant for you. Mhm.
Wow. That is powerful. Thank you.
This is so exciting. Thank you so much, Loveness, for.
Congratulations. Very special. So I
Yeah.
hope you're able to come this evening, given that I don't know your time frame. If you can, it's 7 to 9 p.m. And it will help fill in any additional spaces and prepare you for the opportunity to be with Master Shah. And then there will be other new people tonight as well, and they will have a similar opportunity.
Mm.
So, anything you wish to share, Ms. Alma?
This was an amazing experience, Paul, and thank you to everybody for welcoming me. I'm excited as well for the next chapter. I'm just in a space where I'm surrendering to the will and purpose calling for my life, and just trusting divinity to unveil itself in and through me as God. And as she said earlier on that I've been being prepared for a long time. I feel that way as well. And sometimes I hold myself back. I'm my own hindrance. So I feel that it's about time that I step out fully into my true divine light and allow myself to be used as a messenger as well.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure having, the Tao hands is going to help me as well as I connect with different people from different spaces, but most importantly, being able to heal, to extend that healing to every soul that encounters me in my work. I had a speaking engagement earlier on, actually, when Labna sent me the message. I was just finishing with that, and yesterday as well. So it's I've never doubted that I'm in alignment with who I am. I'm on the right path. It's just, the blockages that I was talking about earlier on,
Mhm.
and just also being in a space where I'm, learning to trust more and to surrender more and to allow more and not to resist it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining hands with me on the path and being able to speak to the light that is in me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. Yeah, so before we go, maybe we give everyone a blessing to really act, and also, yeah, for Dr. Um, Nosoba, yeah, so you see Tao Hands is going to help you to release those blockages. I can really see, yeah, because of how you grew up, those kind of mentality, yeah, it's
Mhm.
really, about the finance, prosperity can hinder us. And so be a Dao hands can help you to remove so much of those blockages. Yeah. And also I would like to also just we can end today by give everybody a blessing. So to feel the divine's abundance that is giving to us, and let go of the old limiting concepts and consciousness, limiting messages, to really realize we're a divine beings with infinite possibility and abundance waiting for every one of us as appropriate, so some of you, I would say, maybe need more blessing on this. Actually, I was doing this work with one beloved one, and she already had two sessions with me on this. She's making progress, but still, it's just layers of this. She also has a great potential. So she feel like this kind of limiting, messages coming from the brought up really limit, kind of prevent her to step up to her higher self. But so let's connect with our divine self and with divine to feel the great flourishing and bring the greatest flourishing to our life, to humanity and all beings. Feel the abundance of the source. Know that this abundance is within each one of us. We just need to feel this abundance and start live out of this divine abundance. So let's work together to bring the abundance to our lives, to humanity and to all beings. And let's call others to help others, to share our love with others. This is one of the very important steps to bring the abundance to our lives. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you tonight. So make some phone calls and to bring people to our this evening's event. Let's have a lot of fun, celebrate more abundance together. Love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Love you all.
you. Bye.
Bye.